So welcome to part 2 of the electrical problems that I found with my Triumph. Now in part 1 I shared how my indicators were sporadically cutting in and out, and a few years back I even lost all the lights once whilst riding on an unlit section of a motorway, which was pretty terrifying. Now today I'm taking the bike back into Triumph for, yes, you guessed it, a new wiring loom. Now Triumph investigated the issue and they immediately identified that it was in fact the wiring loom. Now this is a manufacturing fault found on many of these Bonnevilles. Today I'll show you what they've done to fix it, and I'll tell you about another little issue that developed after the fix. So here's a little bit of background. Now this issue isn't unique to just the Street Twin. Triumph has issued recalls in recent years across several of its bikes, including the Street Twin, the Street Scrambler, the Street Cup, the T100 and the T120. So if you have any of these bikes, it may be worth checking if your bike is in need of this fix. Now this recall involves the wiring harness and the clutch cable around the headstock. In some cases the loom and the clutch cable can rub against each other or even against the frame, which over time could cause dangerous electrical issues as the wires become worn. So first off, what I do have to say is Triumph's customer service has been excellent. My Street Twin is now 8 years old and well out of warranty, but the company still organised a free wiring loom replacement, and on top of that they sorted out a courtesy bike for me, although I did have to pay for the privilege, but credit where credit's due. Triumph's customer care definitely gave me confidence in the brand. So after the fix, the first thing I noticed when I collected the bike was that it was great to see all those lights working as they should, which was a big relief. I also noticed a difference in the wiring. The loom sits much higher and isn't wrapped so tightly around the headstock or being chopped by the headlight bracket when you turn the handlebars. The old loom was super tight, sat lower, and you could visibly see areas that were rubbing. This new loom and its positioning should hopefully reduce the risk of rubbing or strain on those wires. So post-fix, interestingly, as I left the dealership, it felt like the bike had lost a little bit of its low-end grunt. Off the mark, away from the lights, it just didn't feel as punchy as its usual self. It felt as though it took a good week or so and the issue seemed to just disappear, and the bike now feels back to normal. Now maybe it was just me getting used to it again after riding a 1200cc for a few days, or maybe the ECU needed a little bit extra time to settle. Either way, the performance feels back to its original snappy little self. So I want to hear from you guys. Now, has your Triumph had its wiring loom replaced? Did you notice any differences in the bike's performance after the work was done? And if so, did the issue rectify itself, or have you had to take alternative measures? If you've had the loom fixed, has it solved the problem longer term, or has the issue returned later? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments box below. It could really help other riders keep an eye on any potential issues. Don't forget, hit like, subscribe and hit that bell icon for more updates. And in the meantime, safe riding, safe driving, happy adventures, and I'll see you in the next one.